Okay, Brett, what are we missing on this CGS Hawk?
What are we missing? Well, where do we start? If you were to hook up any of the cables to go to the rudders, the tail, all those connectors are missing. Okay, I can't just, it's an airplane, I can't just take a coat hanger and wrap the two together. That's missing. All the hardware for all the pivot points and everything. Now this is makeshift hardware that I threw in there just to mock it up. Pins in the back, got cotter pins in it. Linkages are missing back here. The linkage that goes from the, what do you call it, the rudder, Mike? The tail
Horizontal
rudder?
stabilizer.
Or horizontal stabilizer. There's a linkage that goes down, if you look at it down here. Now, these are very informative pieces that you can't just make up or...
I mean, nobody would throw this stuff away. I mean, you know, where is it?
If the plane was made to fly at one time, then it would. And then the most important part, this hacked out plate here on the bottom. Now, this is where the prop goes. Okay, so was somebody trying to decide what they want to use, because they got different pulleys, so they weren't sure whether it would fly, it wasn't going fast enough, wasn't going slow enough, wouldn't get off the ground. That we don't know. Another thing, fuel pump doesn't work. It's a snowmobile engine. Fuel pump doesn't work. The starter works sometimes.
Right, but we expect, you know, we expect that. Our issue is things that are missing.
Spending $500 to get all the electricals and everything correct, wouldn't you want to know that if you were able to make it fly, could you fly the plane?
Right.
I don't think so. Another thing, the wings go right here and support down here. No canopy that supports over the top, which would be more things that you would have to buy.
No connectors for to put the wings on.
No hardware whatsoever. The hardware is just absolutely awful. No hardware for the prop. Like I say, the gearing, the belt and everything, it's like whoever hogged that out in the back, it's like this is totally experimental. I can't imagine that this plane ever flew. Get back to, well, anything that was ever on it, it's like the shit's so old and outdated, the wheels and everything's riveted together, and it's
Yeah,
like,
but that's fine.
I don't mind that. The electrics are horrible. If you look in here, Mike.
Right, but they are what they are. You know, what I'm concerned about is what, you know, I mean, what's just missing that should have been there that nobody would throw out, and why isn't it here?
Hardware and special parts.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
How many pieces are we talking about?
At least, if you go by the number of pieces that would take, if there was 1,600 pieces on this plane to build it, you're missing 800.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, the tires. Why is a outside tire swap? This is a front tire, or I should say a side tire, but one of the main tires swapped with the front tire.
Well, they just cobbed that together. You know, that's replacement tires.
No, but it took a lot of work to do that.
Uh-huh.
The rims are not the same. They don't fold on the same.
Right, but there's just modifications. You know, that's you know, that's to be expected.
If that's all it was, that'd be one thing. But it just seems throughout the whole, as we're trying to put this back together.
So all the hardware
there's just no continuity, no hardware
to make these struts work.
Everything that I have on here, it's like stuff I have laying around. I'm an automotive mechanic. I'm not an airplane mechanic. However, airplanes require special hardware. We have to keep this in the air.
Right. So
I would be
we do have
totally afraid to fly it.
Okay, so the wings are here, but there's just no
The
hardware
wings
to
are there.
attach them.
Okay, well, there again, nothing to hook the cables up to the airplane. And if we flip one of these over, it looks like there was a rat's nest in either one of them because they chewed through the fabric or plastic, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
There again, I don't think airworthy.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's not the main issue. The issue is that this airplane was represented as a project plane, when in fact it's just some leftover parts that
Parts.
look like an airplane.
Exactly.
So
Exactly right.
it isn't a project plane. It is a parts plane, and it's the airplane is. It looks like an airplane because all the big pieces are there,
Right.
but half the pieces that matter are not there.
Correct.
And that's the bottom line.
And a lot of these, again, a lot of these are special pieces. You can't make them out of coat hangers. This is aviation. Just like holding these doors closed, the fuel cell that.
So and likely the only practical way to get it would be to buy another airplane.
Right, start all over, but with the more current model. I truly believe this was experimental. I don't think it ever left the ground. I think somebody gave up on it.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. Today is what, August 4th, 2018. It's the CGS Hawk. And CGS Hawk for parts. There you go. Thanks, Brett.